Hi everyone, today we're going to be going over the winners and losers from the final night of the Democratic National Convention today. So, we've got a few articles here. This one is Chris Cillizza's hits and misses here. And I've got to agree with a lot of what he has to say here. Joe Biden. So, so I thought Biden had a good speech. I really thought that he delivered his speech well. It was almost half an hour, so he was able to effectively stand in front of a podium or behind a podium, I guess, and deliver his speech, a scripted speech from a teleprompter to the largest audience, probably the largest or probably the biggest political speech of his career, and he did it quite well. Um, it wasn't an amazing speech by any means. He dived into a little bit of policy in the about the third quarter of his speech. So Joe Biden, the most essential challenge for Biden on Thursday night was to show his competence, strength, and readiness, having withstood months of attack from Trump and his allies, suggesting that the former vice president wasn't all there mentally. So yes, I think that he did do a lot to put a lot of these a lot of these issues with Biden in terms of his age and in terms of if he's all there mentally. Um, I think he put a lot of that to bed at least for a little bit of time, right? Um, and and so yeah, 78. Biden would be the oldest person ever elected to first term as president. While the start of the speech was somewhat rocky, Biden not only settled into the speech but did something I did not think he could do. He was charismatic, forceful, emotional, and powerful. So that I think was really good for Biden. Tammy Duckworth, I thought Tammy Duckworth was pretty good. She sort of was trying to appeal to the military officials. I thought Biden's speech was probably better than Duckworth's, but it was pretty powerful to see her in the the camera panning up from the wheelchair. Was pretty interesting. Cory Booker, I've got to I've got to disagree with this one. I don't think Cory Booker's speech was all that impressive. I thought that it was like an okay speech, but it was all very vague for Cory Booker. But I did like that segment of the Democratic candidates. He moderated a group of Democratic candidates where they all sort of just talked about talked about why they were supporting Joe Biden. There was Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Andrew Yang, Cory Booker, Amy Klobuchar, Beto O'Rourke, and I'm forgetting one person. Pete Buttigieg. That's right. Mayor Pete was also in that group. So I don't think Cory Booker did all that good of a job in his speech. We'll open up these takeaways as well. This I got to agree with. This was probably one of the best speeches um, of the night. I thought that this guy, 13-year-old with a stutter, um, it was very powerful to see that and to deliver that personal story. So I thought that Braden Harrington did a very good job. Um, Second hour JLD, I wasn't a huge fan of how. Yeah, that I overall I wouldn't even say that she was all that good of a moderator. Some of her jokes was really badly placed, and they weren't all that good jokes anyway. Um, so yeah, and then the music, um, yeah, so that was also pretty good. Mrs. Michael Bloomberg, 100% definitely yes. I don't even know why they included Bloomberg. They should have just left him out. He's not an appealing speaker. He didn't do well in the DNC. He's not a good person for Democrats to have front and center. Uh, I just don't know why they had Bloomberg up at the DNC. One winner I thought definitely a winner in the DNC was Andrew Yang. He did get not much speaking time, probably 2 minutes in total, but it was nice to see Yang speaking there, appealing to some of those Trump voters he was able to bring into the Democratic primary. Yeah, this was pretty boring. I pretty much skipped over this one. It just seems really like, just really a bit boring. And then yeah, the moderator I didn't think was very good, especially in that first hour. Some of her jokes just didn't land, and I thought that some of them were really unfortunately placed, if we can say that. Um, so yeah, that's Chris Cillizza's winners and losers here. We have some more takeaways. Uh, yeah, Biden's speech, this line, that was pretty good. Um, and then it was interesting to see him bringing up Charlottesville. That was interesting. I think that it was good. And then this this was this was this was really interesting. Floyd's 6-year-old daughter there said had a conversation with Biden, and then this is my favorite speech. Teen shares how Joe Biden helped him with his stutter, because he stuttered quite a bit. Um, Bloomberg, yeah, shouldn't have done that. Tributes to Beau Biden. This one, I can understand why they wanted to include it. Yeah, so Beau Biden as well, coward in chief. That was the Duckworth speech. Yeah, so that's pretty much the takeaways, and then the best, worst, and weirdest moments. Best stagecraft, Joe Biden. Uh, Everything that didn't work out with the speeches during the course of the week succeeded for Biden. So that I thought that was good. Biden's speech was good. Shortest acceptance speech took him over only 24 minutes. That's less than half as long, 57-minute speech that Hillary Clinton gave. The defeated most Brady Bunch moment, the defeated candidates gather. Unless your party is renominating the incumbent president, that convention always featured vanquished candidates coming together to support the victor of the primaries, or throwing a curveball and getting booed off the stage in the case of Ted Cruz. And then Booker said, you could think of this sort of like Survivor on the out interviews of all the people that got voted off the island. Booker said in the first seconds of the video, as the other 6 Democrats awkwardly chuckled along in their boxes. Yeah, so there were two people who missed out: Julian Castro and Representative Tulsi Gabbard. Michael Bloomberg, just don't include him. It wasn't a good idea. Yeah, and then I don't think did that good of a job. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So overall, all of these people here, Joe Biden, I thought was a winner of the night. I haven't talked about Chris Coons actually. I mean, I can understand why Chris Coons' religious appeal would connect to some people. It didn't really connect for me. So I would say Chris Coons was a loser, Bloomberg a loser, Yang a winner, Buttigieg probably a winner, Keisha Lance Bottoms we also haven't talked about actually. Bottoms gave a pretty good speech on racial issues. I'd say she's a winner. Baldwin was a winner, Duckworth a winner, Booker a loser, Gavin Newsom, I can't really remember anything about his speech, so I'd also probably say he was a loser of the convention. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Good night.